Chrissy's corner. I've got Kevin's little notepaddy thing because I can't actually see far enough to read that. So here we are, the tea boys. Let me just turn that off. Let me just stop it because it's in a little bit of a time delay. The tea boys are coming along and joining me, would you believe? I'm a little bit out of breath. And the other two are nowhere to be seen. Kevin went out to put some lawn sand on because it's going to rain. And the other one went to the loo. Aren't we all right? So currently, me and Muffin are here on our own. Say hello, everybody. He's coming, listen. He's coming. Do you know, they'll be late. They'll be late to everything, these two. 1 minute to 2. I'm not arguing, we're on. All our clocks are wrong. All our clocks in our house till a completely different time. You'll have to squash up.
Hello, folks.
Squash up. Squash up. You know what you always say when you're doing pictures, they always look odd. I think the other one's coming very slowly. It'll be turning up in a clatter, you'll watch.
He'll go to the toilet.
You'll watch. You need to budge up a bit. You need to come my way.
No, the camera is turning.
No, we're not moving the camera. That's before we start. That's before we start. Here he comes, late. Late again.
Tuck your knickers in.
Don't watch the camera. No, you're sitting
No,
here.
you're on that end, you dope.
I thought I was sitting on Derek's knee. Hello, everybody.
Right, we're all here now. We're all gathered. We're all in attendance.
Ooh.
So while Kevin gets his breath back, I've got absolutely no idea. I've got my very focus on and I still can't see that.
I got stuck in a
rose.
I'm
going to try and read this.
I got stuck in a rose bush.
Good afternoon, everybody. Very nice of you all to join us. I've put a little bit of rouge on and some lipstick because underneath it I look like a ghost.
Me too.
Yeah, I think all three of us look like we've been through the ringer, which in fact we have. So today we're going to do Brew at 2. I've got my list. I've got my list in another book today. We're going to do Brew at 2 in tribute to my darling mother Chrissy, and that was a bit of a saying in our house, because when my granddad used to, my grandparents lived down the corner from us, and when my granddad used to come to visit, he always used to pop his face round the gate and say, "Where's my darling daughter?" And she always used to say that, so I kind of took it on and said, "Where's my darling mother?" So we're going to do today in memory of Chrissy, because it seemed just wrong on so many levels to go from everything that's happened in Rabbit Towers to just seamlessly say nothing and start talking about illuminations and toilets and all that kind of thing. It's just not right, is it, boys?
It's not.
It's not right. So we wanted to start off today by saying thank you ever so much from the heart of our bottom for all your niceness, because everybody's been
amazing.
So lovely, haven't they?
Amazing.
Over there we've got a cupboard full from one end to the other with cards. We've had hundreds.
I think there's 44 now.
Yeah, we've had hundreds of messages and emails and messages of condolence, and everybody's just been so nice all the way through the illness, which is, it's been a long job, hasn't it?
It's been a long job, and you will exactly, Muffin, and you will never know how much strength and peace that she got from your messages. So
yes, absolutely.
It's heartwarming, and if you'd have seen the reaction, you would have known that every message was just as important as the last one.
Yeah, definitely. So before I kind of get myself all discombobulated, there's an open invite to the funeral, which is on Thursday. I know a lot of you are all over the place and all over the country. So if anybody wants to come, you've been more than welcome, because we are a little nutty batty family, aren't we? Us here on Brew at 2. gather together on a regular basis on a Tuesday afternoon, and we suffered through COVID together, and we've gone through birthdays, and we've gone through other people's bereavements and troubles and strifes, and being there for one another. So if anybody wants to come, you're very welcome. It's at 10:30 at Carlton Crematorium, and then we shall be adjourning to the venue on Cleveley Seafront on about 11:30 for a buffet lunch. But if you do want to come, you must let me know, and you must let me know as soon as we finish this stream. So email me, send me an email, jane@therabbitpatch.co.uk, because I need to confirm final numbers today. And you'll be flabbergasted if you know how many people are on holiday this week.
And you're more than welcome. We'd love to see you there, and we'd love to thank you in person.
Yes, not the circumstances we will probably have wished for, but it would be nice to meet up eventually. So,
Over to you.
what's happened?
Yeah.
Well,
Have we got a plan?
Have
you got a
I've
plan?
What, for this afternoon or for the funeral?
No.
Yeah, I've got a plan. Yeah, I've got a plan. Look, I have a plan.
There's always a plan.
There's always a plan. There's always a plan. So, I know a lot of you have kind of got the gist of what's gone off, but it's fair to say that it's all been downplayed quite a long way. Would you
Well, we
agree?
tried to, because you can't go on a video and
Just sound miserable all the time.
and just sound miserable. We've done we've done what we had to do in the background, behind the scenes, and done what we've had to do in front of the camera.
But she's had reasonably poor health. Well, really, since she had me, I take all the blame. It's all my fault. Is that not true?
Yes.
Some of it.
Don't feel bad about it. Yes.
Yeah, don't feel bad about it, but it was me.
Yeah.
Largely because I was sort of that big, and she were that tall, and I were enormous, and she nearly died having me, and it all kind of went downhill from there, didn't it? But this time last year, she started being poorly, and it was just like somebody had gone like that and flicked dominoes down. And
Turn the switch.
yeah, the spider who caught the fly, I don't know why. It was a bit like that kind of rhyme. So as you know, she'd been in hospital over Christmas. Came out.
Have you seen Bookends?
I know. Came out, seemed to be picking up a lot, but had got really serious underlying health conditions. So we knew that it would limit her life quite considerably.
There was always hope.
There was always hope.
There was.
But when you've been as interested in the human body and medicine as I have for as many years as I have. Anyway, so this last, I should say, 4 weeks has been especially trying, and she's just progressively deteriorated. But we did exactly what we always said we would and what we promised her, and we looked after her at home, didn't we?
We did.
We did.
And Kevin and I had got
Well looked after.
we'd got caring off to a fine art by the time we'd finished, hadn't we, Chuck?
Yes, Nurse Kevin.
Nurse Kevin. I don't know what I'd have done without him, because
No,
you
let's
know,
reword
with
that.
my gammy arm, I couldn't possibly have lifted her and turned her.
I don't know what I'd have done without the pair of you.
We're a good team.
We're a good team. So we just did what we always do, and we coped, and we got on with it, and we had a laugh, didn't we?
Well, yes.
We did.
Despite the fact that she was, let's face it, she was terminally ill, we still managed to see the funny side and make the best of each and every moment that we had.
Yeah.
So
it all improved when we got the hospital bed, didn't it?
yes.
Because my mum had bought a Wizzy tippy-turny bed some time ago, which was very comfy, beautiful to lie in, beautiful to go to sleep in, but awful to try and see to somebody. So by the time we'd finished, we'd got backs on us that felt like we'd been smashed with a bat. So when the hospital bed came,
Muffin.
whizzy up, whizzy back down again, sit her up, bend her legs. So it was brilliant, wasn't it?
It was.
So he's at one side,
Saved our backs.
I'm at the other. Bed's going up and down. She's laid in the middle, laughing her head off.
Yeah. I'm not sure that's what it's for.
No.
Good fun.
Yeah. So we tried to make the best of a really bad job, didn't we?
Yeah.
So eventually, she died at home.
Just as she wanted, everybody round her.
Yeah.
We said his goodbyes, we read her all your messages,
We did.
right to the end. It's very, very sad, as you can all imagine. But, yes.
Yeah. So we did exactly what we promised, and it had been made even worse by the fact that our good friend Pam had died the day before. Pam's been ill for a long time,
Yes.
longer than my mum. She's had something similar. She's had COPD and heart failure as well. And she literally lives, spitting distance up here. And she died the day before, so it was really strange that we were both going through exactly the same thing, the families, at exactly the same time. And then, of course, we got the Queen's funeral and the Queen's death all over the television at the same time. So sombre.
Not
is
good
not
viewing.
in it, is it?
No. Didn't make good viewing when you
Somber's
were...
not in it at all. So I personally, as you can tell by the way that I'm talking at the moment, I don't think it's really sunk in yet.
Doesn't.
No, it's very strange, isn't
But
it?
I think if you appreciate the way it happened, you'd understand why we feel like this, because we've had time. We nearly lost it. When did we?
Christmas.
At Christmas.
Christmas last year.
We were absolutely
We were told
she
she
got
was
that
gonna
near.
Told she was going to
We
die
got
then.
That near.
2 seconds.
Could you want to just leave that open actually a
Yeah.
little bit, Kevin? Because I'm getting warmer and warmer and warmer. Oh, bang! And as you, well, we live in a bungalow, albeit we're upstairs. So because we live in a bungalow and her bedroom's on the ground floor, she all this year had spent all morning up until lunchtime in bed watching television, doing crosswords, drinking cups of tea, shouting to us from the kitchen because we're all.
She had a bell.
Yeah, she had a bell. She had my bell.
That bell to say.
Attention.
What did she call you?
Domestic.
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 She was to shout domestic. So she was in the middle of everything that was going off, you see. So
But you got so used to just passing her bedroom.
and shouting to her.
Yeah,
and
but thinking
what
she
do you
was
think
there.
to this? And she'd spent a considerable amount of time in bed, and then latterly spent a considerable amount of time asleep. So at the moment, it still feels like she's
downstairs
asleep.
asleep.
Yeah.
But we went through a grieving process last Christmas.
Yeah.
As you would normally do, lots of tears and preparing for the worst. And she rose from the ashes on last Christmas.
I tell you, she's had more lives than a cat, Mama.
She's a
She
one
really,
tough cookie.
really did. So here we are, us three plus a dog.
3 and a dog.
3 and a dog, 3 and a cat.
And life goes on.
And the sea comes in and the sea goes out, and at some point, I think it's going to hit us like a ton of bricks. So, as I
think
said,
you get those moments when, everybody will know, you get those moments when things happen, you reckon that something's familiar, and you'll be laughing one minute and you'll break out into tears the next.
Yeah.
Because something
Yeah,
reminds
we've done
you.
a lot of that. We've done a lot of that. So just to remind you, if anybody wants to come to the funeral, you need to email me. We've still got him on
Is
tea
that you?
duty, that's mine. You're going to pass Kevin?
T-boy, could
Come
I
on,
have
T-boy.
mine, please?
Yeah, it's
Good
all
job.
right then.
if anybody wants to come to the funeral, Jane at therabbitpatch.co.uk within 20 minutes or so of finishing this. And I just noticed that Crispy's bobbed on, that we're not having any flowers, just family flowers. Cards, yes, if anybody wants to send any still, that's absolutely fine. And donations, well, we said originally cancer research, but we've said cancer research or Trinity, so I think we'll probably, anything that you make through our Ko-fi page, will donate to Trinity Hospice, because they don't just look after people that have got cancer, they look after people that are terminally ill, as we discovered. So we thought we would have a celebration of our life.
Celebration. I think that's the right thing to do.
So we're gonna make our funeral a lovely event. We've got one or two surprises, one or two little surprises. I'm not going to tell you what, because Brenda's coming to the funeral and one or two others, and it'll spoil the surprise for you. So I'm hoping that it's going to be as good a funeral as a funeral can be. We want it to be like our friend Val, who lived up there, because she had a lovely funeral.
Good.
And her and Pam and my mum, they'll be together with Jimmy up there. Three of our lovely friends from the Russell Beach group, and they will be making mayhem.
Eating cake.
Creating havoc.
They will be making mayhem. There'll be no stopping them.
There'll be no cake left by the time we get there.
Absolutely. So first of all, I've got some photos to share with you.
Put your drink down, not having water on them.
Thank you.
Can you see I'm getting them both? Keep saying you might have got away with murder with my mother, but you won't get away with murder with
excuse me, I never got away with murder.
So I'm going to just flick through these and show you some pictures. So that's me and my mum in Blackpool when I was a little baby in my pram. You've seen that one before. That's the Wee Street one. So you see, we've always talked about toilets. That's Mummy with Coco and Muffin. So the one at the bottom is Rastus that's helping us today. And we lost Coco. March? Was it March? Goodness me. Time flies in March. That's when she started typing and writing and blogging. Chrissy blogger. Yeah. And that's obviously on our lovely prom in Cleveland's on a lovely walk. Oh, these are all out of order, aren't they?
Yeah, because
What's
they're...
happened to your screen?
I'm not quite sure how old she is on that. On the pictures, I've got proper captions on them. So that's a proper post-war picture, that one, isn't it?
And she was 8 on that, I believe.
And she'll kill me for showing you this. My grandma always used to perm her hair.
Oh,
What?
I think your connection will break if she sees that one.
She used to go mad at my grandma. So this is the days of the old photo booth. So this is T-Boy and Chrissy back in the day.
Chatting her up.
Canoodling. And here's another one when they went to the woods.
Used to do a lot of walking in the woods.
Yeah, I bet you did. And that's wedding day. So we've got beautiful yellow flowers for a spray on Thursday. This is their 50th wedding anniversary in our naughty spot upstairs at the venue.
6 years ago.
We spent a lot of time at the venue. We do. Oh, and I bet you all recognise that one, don't you? This is Marks and Spencer's Cafe in Blackpool, and that's her birthday photo. And look at the chocolate at the front. That's a recent one. That's Mummy being naughty. I think that was last Halloween, actually. I can remember taking that. We were in Poundland in Blackpool. Yes, exactly, Muffin.
And this is what we were like all the time.
Hence
this one.
So that was another birthday.
Crackers.
And you can see there's a lot of laughing.
Yeah.
Lots of laughing went on in this house. And that was a picture that we took for an article in Coast magazine. Me and my mum on a paddle. That's a nice one. I like that one. Enjoying her lovely beach. And that was when she did the jeans she got on. She got in M&Co. And it's the only place you can get jeans for properly short-legged people. And they did an article on their website. Here she is quietly writing.
Putting those ideas down.
And then this is one of the last ones that you'll probably all recognise, sat in this spot on the settee, having a what we enjoy best, a cup of tea.
Cup of tea.
So, we thought we'd share a funny story with you. I'm not doing very well at reading things out, am I? Because I can see that loads of
Gone
you.
off, hasn't it? Have you hit the button? Have you hit the button?
I don't know. This is one of them. What's it called?
Chromebook.
A Chromebook. So it's not actually a computer.
I'll sit here while
It's one of them.
you're
It's one of them
talking.
things that connects to your actual computer. It's not mine, is it?
She put the photos on the power button and switched it off. Oh, there's no juice.
It's flat.
Do you need it?
Oh well.
Can go and get a cable.
Go
Shall
on
I?
then. Be quick.
Be quick.
Be quick. Kevin, quick. Kevin and quick. Let me bend over and I'll see if I can read any. Cup of tea, please. Says Crispy. Can you see even with these on I still can't read it. I'm useless, aren't I? Useless.
I wouldn't say that.
Useless, I say I'm useless.
If you're useless.
But I have to say that the quality of care in our care home is exemplary, is it not?
Mm. Yeah.
So we'll be available, Kevin and I, at a very reasonable rate, as long as
Started at 5 o'clock in the morning.
4.
4, sorry. And went through to at least 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. And latterly, Kevin was sleeping on the floor at the side of her. So,
We're very good, aren't we, at this?
Yeah.
I won't want to do it full time, having said
no,
that.
no, it was very demanding and trying, but you get on
I've
with
never watched as much daytime telly.
it. You get on with it.
And just while Kevin's looking for that cable, I must just tell you about £1,000 sisters. Goodness
That's
me.
£1,000 in weight, not in
Yeah,
money.
in weight. I don't know. I know we've talked about Dr. Pimple Popper and various other things. But while I was sat with Chrissy, we were both watching while she was conscious. We were both watching £1,000 Sisters, and it's fascinating. I'm not sure whether it's on TLC or it's on one of those Freeview channels. If you like that kind of thing, I would recommend it because it's fascinating watching. I've gone right back to series 1 and started at the beginning.
It's not something I'd watch, but it's good.
We're trying to teach T-Boy in soaps now. We're trying to teach him to like Coronation Street. He's cranking it up. He's putting some coal on fire. I'll read a few of your comments out, and then we'll have a quick finish today, and we'll finish on a funny story because we've got a really funny story to share, which is just so us, so us. Anyway, when the funeral's over and everything's done and sorted out, Chris is coming back to join us, isn't she?
Mm.
She's coming back to join us. We've ordered a lovely urn, and she's coming back to Rabbit Towers, and she's going to, I'm not quite sure yet whether I always said I was going to put her on the mantelpiece, which is just here, but I've not quite made my mind up whether I'm going to put her on the mantelpiece or the cupboard. What are you doing? You need to stop it.
No, it's coming on, look, it's on.
You just press stop.
Stop what?
Ah, no idea, honestly. No idea at all.
It's new to
So,
computers.
June says, bless your dad, Jane, look after him. I wish I'd got my parents, there was just 7 weeks between
We
those
do
and
look
mine.
after
They do
him.
look after me, I promise
I look
everybody.
after him exemplary.
You do.
Don't I?
Yes.
Yes, I give him a shower once a week with the hose pipe.
Yes. Mark says she was a very special lady, as they say, don't be sad for what you've lost, but smile for what she was. Exactly.
Yes.
That's exactly what we plan to do.
Yep.
Phil says, all three of you be strong together and in time it will get better. Aldi says, I can see you on the cake vlogs. How do I wind that down? I like that, isn't it? Jane Kelt says, thank you for the lovely photos and taking time out to share them with you, with us all. Put my teeth in. June says, sending all the love and best wishes to you, keep strong. Brenda's there. She says, Chrissy was a very special friend to us both. She was, Brenda. She was your sister, wasn't she? We'll not go there. And will be ever missed by us both. We are still thinking of our lovely friends Jane and Kevin and Derek, who are very special, and our adopted family. That's exactly what we are, Bren.
Yeah.
All those nutty nuts. Alicia says your mother was beautiful, very pretty, a young girl and lady. Chrissy says, Gren says, Chrissy said a million things all with one look. She did.
No, if I'd done something that she didn't approve of,
She says a lot without saying anything.
she didn't have to speak.
I do it as well. I think most women do, don't they?
Oh yes.
Singer says, love seeing all the photos, Jane. Thank you for sharing with us. Dr. Pimple Popper is on TLC. Yes, but I can't quite remember which one 1000 Pound Sisters is on. I think it's on the same one.
You need a widescreen television, let's put it that way.
Absolutely. Carol Wallbank says, as a full-time carer for my mother who has Alzheimer's, there is no price she'll put on being a carer. Chrissy was blessed to have you three to love and care and take after her. Best job, but very hard work. Absolutely, Carol, and all our best wishes to you too as well, because that must be really, really difficult looking after somebody that's got Alzheimer's. Marcus's wife's mum died on the day that the Queen had her funeral. She died on the day that the Queen had her funeral, and and died last week too. I know it's a bit more, isn't it, when it's kind of coming at you from all directions. Yeah, so commiserations to you too. Matt says, if I didn't live so far away, I'd be at the funeral. It's so lovely that you are inviting people. It will be a lovely service for Chrissy. We want it to be a special, nice last blast. Don't we?
Yeah, not only that, we've shared quite a bit online, haven't we?
Yeah, it's not like...
And I've spoken to one or two of you, and to be honest, there's some really, really nice bats.
Absolutely.
You're our extended family.
Absolutely, we're all one big batty family. Eric says, love to all the rabbits, candle glowing here, and hugs. Matt says, as a family, the way you've looked after Chrissy was just wonderful. You should feel so proud. Oh, it's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Eliza says, I hope there's going to be lots of cake to celebrate. Well, what do you think, Eliza? Final word must go to Linda Nagel. She says, don't rest in peace, Chrissy. Give them something to remember you for. And I'm sure she will. If she's a mother of mine, she will. Her and Pam and Val and Jimmy, they'll be...
He'll be sending them back, won't he?
Yeah, it will. They'll be saying...
Pearly Gates. Oh, no.
Is there any more of you lot to come? When we all get there and get back together again, it'll be heaven help the heavens, I tell you.
They'll be there in their ivy vests and the litter pickers.
They will. They'll be.
Litter pickers are just for cake.
Yeah. So the funny story. Well, for some months I've been mulling over the idea of getting an air fryer. I think I might have mentioned this on a blog or something.
I know what you're going to say now. I didn't know she was going to do this, but it's funny.
I did. I told you yesterday.
That was yesterday.
Oh, dear me. I've been toying over the idea of getting an air fryer. I'd had QVC on one morning when they were doing Ninja Today's Special Value. And I was sort of doing housework and just half listening to it. And all at once they started talking about this and I thought, oh, now then, I wonder what I wonder what that's like, because I didn't really have heard about him but didn't really know anything, so I sort of stood there watching it like this. And obviously events at the time were
Aldo's just bought one.
were far beyond worrying about buying air fryers. So I carried on mulling over it. Then a friend of mine got one, cooked a full chicken in it, and posted a picture of it on Facebook, raving about how fabulous it is. And then they started talking about your gas bill, and then I got an estimate from British Gas, which Kevin reckons should be capped at £2,500, and I still don't believe whether it will be. He says it will, and I'm not so sure, judging by what they've emailed us. So I said, right, that's it, boys. You're freezing. You're definitely. It's the electric that's astronomical. We're not having. Mind you, having said that,
I've got my love to keep me warm, Jane.
Having said that, when I go to bed, they go around and they put every light off and sit in the dark. So what they're doing together on their own in the dark, I shudder to think.
What goes after 8 stays after 8.
Absolutely. So, bearing in mind we've been cooking a meal every day and having the oven on, because all Mum would eat is puddings. All she'd eat is puddings. So we've had our oven on for like 40 minutes, an hour every day. And then I discovered that ovens are the most expensive gadget in your kitchen, well, in your house. So I said, right, that's it. I'm taking the plunge, we're going to get an air fryer.
Which we agreed and said, yeah, that's a good idea.
So it was Thursday morning. The 15th of September, the day that she actually died. And Kevin and I were both sat in her bedroom. And when my grandma died at home, and she'd gone into what you can only describe as a coma before she died. And we always questioned how much she was aware of and how much she could hear.
And they say that the hearing's the last thing to go.
Absolutely. So we were talking.
Unfortunately for you.
Yeah, we were talking to my mum. Carried on talking to her. Carried on behaving normally, and just as if every day's normal. So Kevin sat in a deck chair at one side of the bed. I'm sat in a deck chair at the other side of the bed, and I'm telling him about this air fryer. So I said, the only problem is I can't think where we could put one, because you need clearance above it to be able to open the lid,
Steam out.
and to let the steam out, and to use it, and to look inside it. Think witch's cauldron, apt, I know. I said, so the only place, we've got a range cooker. We've had it in ever since we had the kitchen done a long time ago. It's electric. It's not a
Arga thing.
Arga thingy. So we've got a wide cooker that's got the thing over the top. I said, the only place I can think of putting it is on the top of the cooker. Turn the cooker off at the wall, because we'll not be using it. And put it on there. And at that point, what did my mum do? She went, just like that, right on cue. And she's not made a noise all morning. Bearing in mind, I bet only 2 hours later she died.
So we'll assume that meant it's not going on my cooker.
Absolutely. And
so she left us a final message.
Yeah, she left us a final message, and we just looked at one another when she did that and just started laughing, because it was just so me mum. We're sat there talking about cookers, and I mean, she just there's no way on this earth.
It was her kitchen, and everything had its place and everything
and it was a place
in
for
its
everything. Place for everything.
Well, she said to me at the beginning of this year, when she started to become kind of unable to walk in the kitchen on her own and what have you, she said to me one day, everything's been moved.
And she always had this thing that she wasn't having the worktop cluttered up with gadgets. So we've got a sandwich toaster, which is in the top cupboard, only to be fetched out when used. So we haven't got a food processor, we haven't had an allergen cooker, we haven't had anything, nothing. kettle, toaster, that's it. The microwave is even consigned to the worktop in the utility. So there's no way on this earth she would have gone for an air fryer on the cooker.
No, and we're waiting for further messages to come down the power lines.
Yeah.
As they did when our good friend Jim died.
Yeah. When Jim died, we've got lights going on and off. We've got everything electrical just blowing. That went on for weeks, didn't it?
It did.
It went on.
They say they communicate through the
in fact,
electric.
at the end, I kept going, Jimmy, will you stop it?
And then the light had come on, just right on. Bizarre.
So yes, I'm waiting for messages. So you're probably wanting to know what I did with the air fryer. Well, in the end,
It's not on the cooker.
it's not on the cooker. I got one of these
Just
little.
just in case Chris is watching.
Yeah, I got one of these little freestanding butcher's block trolley things, and I've put it on that because we've got a little gap. So I put the kitchen litter bin underneath it and the air fryer on top, which looks
Tidy.
perfectly acceptable.
Tidy.
So there you go. That's your funny story. So even right up until the last minute, we were still having a laugh, weren't we?
Yes. So I think Aldo's got one, and I think somebody else was it Julie? Yeah, Julie's ordered one.
Yes. So anybody else that's thinking about getting one,
We're not on commission.
we're gonna be. I have an Amazon affiliate account,
Apparently we
which
are.
I've had. Shut up, behave. Which I've had a long time, and never earned anything off, largely because they've not really put very much on it. So I'll find you the one that I've bought, and I'll give you the affiliate link. And then if anybody else wants to order one, you can do that, and it'll earn me 23 pence when you place an order. And then if you're really good, I might even do some cooking videos
Oh.
as I get to learn to use my air fryer.
Is that going to coincide with my eating videos?
Possibly, who knows.
I will sample what you've cooked for me.
Oh, that's nice. Chris says we had a cake for Chrissy when we were in Blackpool 2 weeks ago.
Very good.
Lovely.
Nice.
Oh, Alison's having another one delivered. She's going to have 2. I can understand why. Yeah, cookery lessons will be quite funny because I'm a bit of a
Yeah.
cook.
2 ounces. Oh, that's.
In fact, I've kept saying
Martin's got one.
I'm turning into Fanny Craddock.
Can I do this live?
Yes. In tribute to Chrissy.
Okay. If you want to make great donuts, make them like Fanny's. That's what they say.
So you can see we've still got our sense of
She
humour.
makes great donuts, our Fanny.
So thank you ever so much. We've had
Yes.
a record attendance today for Brew at 2. We've had 211.
Really?
211 watching.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. Thank you ever so much for joining us.
Yes.
I've got a couple of videos that I made before Chrissy died, which I will put online sort of weekend into early next week. And then we'll resume normal service next week after the funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll be back. We'll be back, as they said,
Annie.
shan't we?
Yeah.
Anything you'd like to add, boys?
No, I would just like
No.
to say thank you
Thank
once
you
again.
to everybody.
We love and cherish our bats. Love and cherish our
He
bats.
just needs new teeth.
Yes.
So, until next week, when we'll be back in the office, back at my desk, back with the naughty boys.
Tea boys. And I've made 2 cups of,
Yes.
Oh,
he's made
yes,
2 cups
oh,
of
aye.
tea.
at least 2,
Yeah, he's not made any food yet.
all on my own.
Don't forget, if you want to come to the funeral, let me know when we're finished. jane@therabbitpatch.co.uk. And if you want to send a donation, do it through the coffee account. Just make a note on it, and then I'll tot them all up. Okie dokie.
Thank
So
you,
we'll
folks.
see you next week.
We'll see you next Tuesday.
Yep. See you later.
And she might be gone, but she'll never be forgotten.
No,
She'll
she
definitely
won't.
not.
She'll not be forgotten.
Rest in peace, Chrissy.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you
Bye.
soon. Bye.